Hi, I am Dwight Moore. I first want to thank you for taking the time to listen or observe and hopefully ultimately participate in September being Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. I'm going to share my story with you. Several years ago, I was in New Jersey and I relocated to Arkansas to take care of my mother. I'm a health nut. I cycle more than 10,000 miles a year. I eat a very healthy diet, not a lot of fats, not a lot of sweets. I eat a ton of fresh vegetables, fruits. I do love a good steak every now and then. But I'm a healthy person. My numbers are always good. I've always kept appointments with my doctors. When I relocated to Arkansas in 2015, I was taking care of my mother, had not found a PCP, and then my mother had a stroke in 2017. I was taking care of her, and I forgot all about me, figuring I was healthy, I did all the right things to stay in shape, to stay healthy, so I was okay. And then a friend of mine who worked for the Arkansas Department of Health, working at a community health fair, said, "You should come and get your numbers checked." I said, "I'm busy, I don't have time, I think I'm okay." She said, "You really should." I said, "I really think I'm okay." So she was at the health fair. It was on a Saturday morning. I was getting ready to go for a bike ride, and she sent me a text. And she said, "These are my numbers. I bet you can't beat them." And by numbers, I'm talking about blood pressure, sugar, things like that. So I took her up on the challenge. I had my cycling gear, my bike on my car, and I went to the health fair. I started going through the process, and my blood pressure came out to something like 191 over 121. And they took it again, and they got a very similar reading. So they called the doctor over. And the doctor said, "Mr. Moore, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing fine." He said, "Are you dizzy, lightheaded, chest pains?" I said, "No, not at all. In fact, I was about to go for a bike ride." He said, "No, you don't want to do that. Your blood pressure is what we call in a crisis state, and it could very easily lead to stroke." I went to an emergency facility. They got the same reading, and they gave me immediate blood pressure reduction medication, if you will. I took the medication, my pressure was fine, and then I figured I should go see a PCP. So I found one. I met with the doctor and we talked, and he did the normal exam, physical exam, checking everything out as a checkup, basically. And we talked about my family history, and I mentioned my father having had prostate cancer. So he did an exam, and he said, "Okay, your prostate seems normal, but just to be safe, I'm going to send you to a urologist." And this is after he received my PSA, which was just over 5.8 to be exact. I went to see the urologist. The urologist said, "Okay, that's not alarming. There are many things that can cause a high PSA, and your prostate seems normal for a man your age. But let's do a biopsy." So we did a biopsy. And sure enough, out of 12 cores, 6 were cancerous. Now, early screening and detection. I was thinking I was okay, so I wasn't worried about seeing a doctor. In my case, my doctor said I had a fair amount of cancer in me, and it was near the apex. Near the apex meaning it was about to go outside the prostate. That's when problems occur. Detection is key. Had I not had the screening done, there's no telling what would have happened. It could have gone outside the prostate, which would have caused other problems. Many people look at prostate cancer as a silent killer, like high blood pressure. No symptoms. I didn't have any symptoms. So again, the ultimate objective here is to participate in Prostate Cancer Month. Get screened. If it doesn't apply to you directly, ensure any male in your life is screened. If you have a son, a father, a brother, an uncle, co-workers, friends, get screened because early detection is the key. Thank you.